What's going on, people? This is your guy Garrett from King's Blood Gaming, back with a review of Mass Effect Andromeda. But before we get into this, I have to warn you that this review is based off of this game alone. I have not played the other three Mass Effect games, so I am not judging Mass Effect Andromeda based off what its predecessors were. This review is strictly based off of Mass Effect Andromeda as a standalone. So, as we get into the graphics, design, and sound, Mass Effect Andromeda is visually stunning from top to bottom. The characters are modeled very well. The landscapes are vast and beautiful, which allow you to appreciate those long rides in the Nomad. The weapons are great, detailed. The sounds are spot on and can have you thinking you're in a war zone when your surround sound is turned up and you're in a shootout with the game's evil antagonist, the Kit. There are parts in the game, particularly indoors where the remnant machines are, that the graphics get a little spotty or on the ugly side, but it's not a deal breaker, just a nitpick type of thing that I like to do. The main problem I have with the design is the boss fights that always seem to put you against a cat cardinal inside of a force field, where you have to shoot the little sphere to take out the force field. You fight against this type of boss too much, and BioWare could have came up with a couple more bosses to square off with. As far as the story goes, Mass Effect Andromeda has a pretty good story that takes place years after Mass Effect 3 in a galaxy far, far away. No, I don't like to give away spoilers, but I will say that after something happens to Alec Ryder, the Pathfinder, you are placed in the shoes of his son, Scott Ryder, who kind of has to prove himself amongst his human, Asari, Krogan, Turian, Solarian, and Quarian peers, who have serious doubts about your ability to be the new Pathfinder. So all throughout the story, you kind of have a chip on your shoulder to prove that you are good enough to fill this role. The missions will send you all throughout the Andromeda galaxy on all types of terrain. My only problem with the story is the top dog of the cat, the Archon, who simply put doesn't give the impression of being the boss. I mean, during the cutscenes and even the fight with him doesn't feel like it should be the end, or like you're going against the top guy. Like, I have to say, Archon was a very underwhelming final boss who shouldn't have been the final boss. Like, if I could use the order in which you face off against characters in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out back in the day, Archon is more Don Flamenco than Mike Tyson. You know, he feels more like some type of underboss or something. The gameplay in Mass Effect Andromeda is unquestionably top-notch. The controls handle like a Porsche on the Nürburgring. I mean, the game is super responsive. It will have you feeling like a superhero when you get used to the double jumps, the melees, abilities, and snap coverage system. You honestly get so submerged into that, what you can do in your suit, that when you have to go back to the Tempest and return to the Nexus, you kind of feel like a wimp. The gameplay has some very high highs and some very low lows. Lows such as the facial animations pre-1.05 patch. Yes, I have seen these facial animations before and after the patch. They look pretty good after the patch. BioWare definitely reacted to this travesty of their beloved Mass Effect series in a timely manner, and I have to tip my hat to them. The problem is that wasn't the only problem. There are times when you kill an enemy and he is stuck standing there lifeless in a mannequin-like fashion, frozen in time. Even worse than that, your teammates can die and not come back until you restart the mission. Overall, Mass Effect is a solid game that has its shares of ups and downs, and trust me, the ups outweigh the downs. It is definitely worth your $60 when you add on the wonderful online team-based multiplayer with multiple mission types that will definitely give this game some legs. I thoroughly enjoyed this game, though it was quite repetitive at times with their repeat boss fights and indoor remnant architecture that always looks the same even when you're on an entirely different planet. I will say that I put Horizon Zero Dawn to the side to play this game and could not return to Horizon. I was stuck. The game really grabbed me. In the end, I rate this game a solid 7.5. It is a beautiful game with great controls, but has its fair share of noticeable bugs. Yes, 7.5. If you like this video and you're interested in seeing more content just like it, please like, share, comment, and consider subscribing. King's Blood Gaming, out.